My name is Joyan Davis Baptiste. I'm a senior reservations clerk at Tropical Adventures Antigua. My journey in this industry began, it was 1993. It began with me not realizing that I was really born for this. I tell you why, because growing up I was so quiet, didn't expect to be in this industry, and then it came to the point where I needed to work. I had to work, I have to keep busy. And I ended up, starting out as a waitress in a small restaurant in Seaton's Village. Getting to another hotel and then moving on to doing something else in the same industry. I was employed at Sandals Antigua, and there is where I didn't realize that my dream would be this big. They accepted me with open arms. I worked in the entertainment department, and that opened up my whole personality. Moving from the entertainment team was actually something I did not expect. But as they say, everything happens for a reason. It was after Hurricane in 1995 that, that department did not exist anymore, and we all had to move on. So then my next step was actually to work for a jewelry store. Surprisingly, they were happy to employ because I've had the training and the experience working at Sandals. So I jumped into doing selling jewelry, which was something so off for me. But what I really liked about selling jewelry is that seeing the look on everyone's face when they got this piece that they really deserved. No friend who knew a friend, luckily. And I went to work at Jolly Beach Resort. So at Jolly Beach Resort, I had the experience in this gift shop that was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. I've never seen a gift shop operate the way this one did. It allowed me to be interactive with the guests coming in, help them, assist them with whatever they need, even if it was a bottle of water. And that really excited me. As a matter of fact, the guests used to come back inside the gift shop and say, you don't belong inside here, you need to be outside. So that was something, encouraging for me. So if you think about it, you have everybody telling you trapped in this shop is not for you, you belong out there. And then is when I applied for the guest services at, which was / tour desk at Jolly Beach Resort. So even though I was still based at Jolly Beach, I went along, applied for this position and succeeded. And that my experience there was amazing as well, meeting all sorts of people. They come and sit here with you, have a long talk, and I share the experience of doing something on island, and they were always willing to do so. I was here at Tropical Adventures in 2007, and I've been here ever since. Honestly, I've had a lot of influences. Some I didn't recognize until later down, My first experience with interview at Sandals was, I'll never forget her, Miss Carolyn Reese. And she was the first person to accept me for who I was. Very quiet, very shy, very timid, even though the department was looking for somebody outgoing and, so I would say definitely, I always have her in my mind. She's the first person to ever influence me that this is it for you, Joyan, open up and, get with the program. And she was very straightforward. So during my experience there, I moved on. I would say the influence also came from all the guests who came into the gift shop and encouraged me. I would have never made that step if they didn't realize that in this shop wasn't where I belong, And so I made the step, and it's all because of them. So the tourists themselves, the guests who were staying at the hotel, I made them happy in my own way, and they were happy to tell me, hey, this is not for you, move up to the next level, and I did. Yes, definitely, I would say my experience working here at Tropical Adventures so far, when it began, it was wow. I was here, I was there, I felt like I was busy, and I enjoyed that. I love keeping busy. And my former boss, Pia, she took advantage of this situation now, and she made sure I did exactly what I wanted to do, that I didn't even realize that I was doing. So You know, it was always, Joyan, go downstairs to the guests. You know, Joyan, go meet and greet the guests. Joyan, I have a situation at Jolly Beach. Can you go and speak to the reps? And it was something else. But also working at Tropical Adventures in marketing, sales and marketing, I had the opportunity to still go into the hotels. So being in the hotel, meeting and greeting with the reps, and these reps are in charge of the guests who are there, and I do a public briefing with them, encouraging them to come along on our tours to add this touch to their holiday here on the island. There are quite a few moments that stand out in my career, especially seeing the response and feeling or hearing the feedback from the guests once they've come back from on tour. That really inspired me to keep going. Sometimes they're in tears, sometimes they're a little bit intoxicated, but they're in tears, they're hugging, and that's, I know for sure, they're going to remember their experience with us. They're going to remember the crew, they're going to remember Joyan, who put them up to it in the first place, and that really stands out for me. Yeah. Speaking of qualities and skills, honestly, I jumped into this without even imagining that I needed qualifications and skills. And I guess my skills came naturally that I didn't know about. You know, my personality opened up, and you know, it just surprised me. So really just take that step. If you have to start from working in the kitchen, washing the dishes, I would have started there if I had to, and move right up the ladder with, don't limit yourself at all. Just do it.